Hello and welcome to Bitcoin Smart Money. Today is September 7th, 2017. It's a little after 3 o'clock here p.m. on the East Coast. I wanted to talk about a few things today. We're going to look over Bitcoin, Monero, Bollinger Bands, Ethereum Classic again, and then an ERC20 token UBIQ, which is based on the Ethereum platform. So we're looking at Bitcoin here on a 240-minute chart. This line I have going through here is the 5,000 line, so we're looking at breaking that hopefully here in the next few days if the upward momentum can continue. But it looks like we're going to hang out here in the 4550 to 4650 range here before we make that next push to 5K. And now we're going to have a double top, or is it going to break through? It's all going to depend on, in my opinion, the volume being traded as well as the RSI. Right now we're showing Bitcoin's been bought back since it hit 3,900 here on Sunday night. So I think it's interesting to watch. Let's see where things go. Let's see where the volume takes us. The chart looks like here expanding. You've got some nice move up, but it looks like it's got a little bit of headwind to fight through. These big bars here. What is this? 6, 12, 18, 24. A day straight of downward movement. It's taking a toll on Bitcoin, so it's going to take a little bit, but I think we should be fine. Let's see how we go into the weekend. A lot of things do happen sometimes on Friday nights, so let's just see how it goes. On to Monero. I like this chart a lot. Ever since it made that huge move up, it has moved dramatically, but I also think there's a lot more potential for Monero in the privacy coin space, so it's one I wanted to take a look at. And one of the reasons why I like it is the chart is awesome. Buy-ups on nice volume. We're in super trend mode here. And RSI, is dropping to an oversold level. But one of the things that really caught my attention was the contraction in price, which you see here. And I have the Bollinger Bands being displayed here. These are these blue lines. And what the Bollinger Bands do is they add and subtract a standard deviation from price. And what standard deviation is, it's a mathematical formula that measures volatility in a coin. And, it based on how the price is differentiated from where it's been trading, that price is contracting a great deal. And on the moves that it's making up even slightly, it's doing so stronger than on the sideways move down. You've got that here. You can see two different times. The bars are nice and large, moves up nice and large. But what's interesting is the volume here, it has shrunk and it's become oversold. So it's something I like to look at. Plus it's a down day. I like to buy into when things are discounted, especially when their trend is long. So Monero's one I'd like to keep my eye on, possibly start a position here. Watch it closely. You've got that support at the 23 level. So if you want to give it from 25 to 23, you've got the upside to 40, 37 to even break its all-time high, based on how the Monero teams worked and the news that's coming out with Monero in the privacy coin space. Ethereum Classic from last week, we had a nice win with a 30% plus profit on that trade. And I kind of see something similar happening with Classic, and I like it. I have the Bollinger Bands here displayed again. They went wacko on last Friday, so they're starting to contract again in price. But what you see here is you've got if we get a trend line, we could draw that in. It would draw something like this, and you've got the support here at the 34 level. And then you could draw it in at an angle. It looks like a 45. And you can see we have the big bar up. It takes a few bars to get down to that price. Same thing here. Below 38, 37, I would say, hey, how much are you willing to lose here on a trade that goes against you? However, I like it long term. The trend is up. Volume on the move down is less. RSI is dropping to an oversold position, which tells me we could resume the flight back to 45-ish here and potentially break that high from last week. So that's something to keep your eye on as well if you're looking for a swing trade. The last one I like here, part of the reason why is I see an inverse head and shoulders here on the 240-minute chart. And what that means is you've got your first shoulder, your head, your second shoulder, and then it explodes up. And I see that here with UBIQ happening here now. I can see it going back from 50 where we're at to hitting that 75 level. And if you want to look at that, 50, 75, check out your ROI. That's a nice 50%er. So, I think the trend is nice and long here on UBIQ. It's getting to be a point where it's oversold. You've got the, 12 hours of upward price action, and then just a ton of relief here on the move down. So, that's what my update for today. I think that there's a lot of potential here with the altcoins. Bitcoin I think is going to take its breather, and we should see how things progress going into the weekend. I'll touch base with you guys next week, and we'll get some more picks. I'll be on LinkedIn. You can check me out as well on Twitter at BTC Smart Money. Thanks again, and have a great weekend.